Well, hello there, everybody. Coming at you here with another DVD and Blu-ray update. I'm getting so tired of these. We haven't been able to tell yet. I know some of you are like, "What the fuck? He's not going to do anything but DVD and Blu-ray update." I know. I'm tired of doing it myself. Only one of the things I'm going to show you that I got recently is something I paid for. Only one, just one. The others I got for free. I won in the contest. So let's just get the one I actually paid for out of the way. I went to the closing of Borders recently. They're now down to like 60 to 80% off because all across the country they're closing down, right? To see if I could find anything on Blu-ray or DVD that was worth picking up. Because, well, they're being sold all at like MSRP minus the percentage off, basically. So, sometimes they're properly labeled at MSRP and sometimes they're not properly labeled. And, well, I was just going to see if there was anything worth getting. And I did actually find something that was worth getting, and I couldn't pass it up, so I got it. Darkman on Blu-ray. I've always been somewhat interested in this film. Something about this movie. It's very disturbing and creepy, and there are just some memorable characters and moments in the film that just stuck with me over the years. I remember seeing this when I was like, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10. Like the edited version that they showed on USA, you remember? I remember. And even in the edited version, it was pretty damn creepy. But, yeah. Liam Neeson, Frances McDormand, directed by Sam Mendes, and it has his typical. There's some very cheesy lines in this movie, but it's like it's meant to be cheesy, It's an action slash superhero movie that's meant to be cheesy, and if you want to see where he got, his inspiration, sort of, to do the Spider-Man movies, I mean, fucking right here, man. You can see so much in this movie is if you compare it to the Spider-Man movies that he did. I mean, it's just like night and day in some areas, I would say. I mean, I don't think the Spider-Man movies are nearly as disturbing as this movie was, but some of the other aspects, even some of the stuff that people have complained about of the new Spider-Man movies, I mean, you can see it all kind of stems from a style that he's just always had, and you should have kind of expected it, in certain cases. Darkman on Blu-ray. I haven't had a chance to check out the transfer, but this was $27.99 at MSRP, apparently, at Borders. I'm thinking that was like an older MSRP for the movie, because I'm pretty sure the actual MSRP is something like $19.99, but I wasn't complaining, because after 70% off, this came out to $8.10. So, brand new, so I couldn't say no. The only problem with this is that there are no special features. Now, when I say that, I mean there are no special features. This is the definition of bare bones. Sad but true. And that's the only Blu-ray I paid anything for in the past 2 weeks, something like that. But I did get 3 other titles for free in a contest on Movie Cynics, which you should check out from time to time. They have some interesting contests that are actually easy to win. I mean, what's interesting about these is it seems like a lot of people don't know about these contests. So your chances are just doubly, triply, quadruply increased simply by the fact that it's you and maybe a couple dozen other people doing the contest. So, I didn't even know I had entered into it. Apparently I did something that entered me into the contest, and I won. You don't even have to try, and you can win contests on MovieCynics.com, just so you know. What I won was Event Horizon on Blu-ray. I can't seem to escape this movie. I had this originally on Blu-ray, and I liked it, but the transfer really isn't that great, and it was worth more than I had eventually actually paid for it at one point, so I sold it for that price, and yeah, I never bothered to pick it back up. But now I have it again, for free. So, awesome. Event Horizon, obviously, Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, awesome sci-fi horror goodness. You can see a lot of the stuff that you see in this movie is like inspired by a lot of the other great sci-fi horrors of the past. But I mean, what's interesting is that you see a lot of movies nowadays where people are comparing them to Event Horizon. So I mean, I think this is an interesting case study in that situation because there are a lot of filmmakers who are using this as a basis of you know what they want their film to look or feel like, which is interesting because it is a very good movie. An acquired taste, I would say, but definitely good. Totally worth checking out. Free. I didn't pay for it. Don't kill me. The next two are After Dark originals, and they look horrible. I mean, I'll watch them just because they look horrible, but I'm totally intending to watch this with a group of people so that we can just lampoon the hell out of it because, yeah, it's painful to watch bad movies alone, as I'm sure some of you know. But I'm not sure if these are bad or not. I haven't checked them out yet, so I don't know. If any of you know anything about these movies, let me know. So the first one is The Task. Now look at this. Look at this cover here. Tell me what this says about the movie. You got this guy in an obviously fake mask who is like recording something going on. It kind of looks like Fear.com or whatever, that horrible movie, or some offshoot of that. But then you read the back, and it actually the snippet on the back makes it sound more interesting than the shitty cover does, because it says something diabolical is taking place on the set of The Task, a new reality show in which players compete for a cash prize by enduring a night in an abandoned prison and completing a series of creepy tasks designed for maximum terror. At first, like, interesting. But here's where it gets crappy. Here's where it's like, cliches. As 6 college students explore their carefully prepared environment, malevolent forces make themselves known in inexplicable and threatening ways. Locked in this decrepit labyrinthian prison, the contestants and the production staff start to realize that the scary reality show they thought they were taping has become a real horror. No, not a real horror, but a real horror. Now, there are some special features on here. There's some behind the scenes, a trailer, and that's it. Cool, got it for free, whatever. And the next one has a more interesting cover, but that doesn't mean it's going to be good. Scream of the Banshee. I actually really do like this cover, but then conversely to the other one, read the back and it suddenly gets a lot less interesting. A college professor and her students discover an ornate box in the basement of their university. When they open the artifact, a blood-curdling scream is unleashed. According to Irish lore, those who hear a banshee scream will die, which is what begins to happen as the creature comes for each of them. Sounds like crap, doesn't it? I mean, they had me up until it said, which is what begins to happen as the creature comes for each of them. Really? You could have been creepy and terrifying and weird by just making it based on this Irish lore and you don't know what's coming to get you. But instead the filmmakers decide, no, that would be too different and interesting. We need to do something that's been done a million times before and actually make this like a creature that's coming to get people. What? No! This is why I hate independent horror, because it seems like lately it's all like, if you're going to do an independent movie, it has to be horror, because that is synonymous with independent movies. Number one, not true. Number two, just because you're making an independent horror movie doesn't mean you have to subject yourself to all of the same cliches that every fucking independent horror movie in the history of independent horror movies make. Oh, be original for once, and maybe you won't fall by the wayside like every other wannabe fucking director. I swear to God. But I don't know if this is a wannabe director. Who directed this? It is a sci-fi movie, apparently. Sci-fi. Lance Henriksen. Wait a minute. Yeah, Lance Henriksen is in this. Maybe I was a little too rough before knowing anything about it, because hey, Lance Henriksen. Let's see here. Yes, edited. Are they afraid to tell me who actually directed the movie? Okay. Stephen C. Miller. Whatever. So yeah, well, now that I know Lance Henriksen is in it, I'm definitely going to be checking that out. Alright, The Task. Who made this one? Alex Orwell. I'm looking at some of the names on the back here, and it goes, Tom Paine, Texas Battle. Texas Battle? Is that somebody's name? Amara Karan. Alexandra Staden. Yeah, blah. I know somebody's going to be like, obviously you don't know much about independent horror. Well, no, I'm not a real big fan of the freaking genre right now, because that's shit, as I've previously expressed in my distaste for it. Any names at all that would ring a bell? Nope. Nope. But this also has behind the scenes and theatrical trailer, so we'll see. Okay, well, that's it. That's all I got in my DVD Blu-ray update. So, thanks for watching, and I'll have something new soon, I swear to God. I'll catch you later. Peace! I couldn't pass it up, so I got it. I can't say horror. Horror. Scream of the Banshee.